Horse racing fans, it's Mark again with and HereTheyCome.com, and we're still in the process of handicapping the Breeders' Cup races, which is 1 week from today. November 1st and 2nd will be the 41st edition of the World Championship races to be held at the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club for only the third time, where the turf meets the surf in Del Mar, California. What we're going to do is take a look in a short video of the Juvenile Fillies division and how the favorites have done, the winners, payoffs, and just some little tidbits to keep in mind when you're making your wagers on the Juvenile Fillies. Here is recent history of the favorites and how they've done in the Juvenile Filly division. As you can see in red there, we have 4 winners out of the last 14 years. So that's way below average for favorites. So we don't necessarily want to bet the favorite on top, but as we look at the results of the favorites here, we probably do want to use them somewhere in the trifectas in there, because they've been in the trifecta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 14 years they've been in the trifecta. So 50% of the time, the favorite's in the trifecta. That means 50% of the time they're not in the trifecta or the superfecta as far as that goes. So we want to look at the favorite to see if we're going to keep her in the trifectas and superfectas and whether or not we want to bet her to win. But we are going to look for some long shots to fill out the trifectas here. So we only had 4 winners in the last 14 years. 6 of the last 14 favorites did not even hit the superfecta. That's the top 4 finishers. Didn't even hit the superfecta. Only 1 favorite has won in the last 8 years. The average $2 win wager payoff is a real nice $30.46. Now that's inflated a little bit here by in 2019, a winner paid $93. So if you took that $93 winner out there, that would drop the average payoff down a fair amount. But at an average payoff of $30, that means the average odds is 14-1 on the winner. Keep in mind that 26 out of the last 40 winners in the history of the Juvenile Fillies division were one of the top 3 favorites. So we're going to take a strong look at the top 3 favorites to see which one we might want to use as our win wager. Okay? Now here is, in the last 10 years, here is the winners and their payoffs, the average payoffs over those 10 years. So you see the $30 average win wager there, and the average $2 exacta, decent $332. If you had a $20 exacta ticket, 10 times that, you got $3,300. Not bad. Dollar trifecta, $2,000. So about a little over 3 times the price of the exacta. So that's slightly low for what we've been getting on the win and exacta payoffs. But the superfecta jumps up to a really big, nice $17,412 for the $1 superfecta. Keeping in mind you can play a 10-cent superfecta, which would pay off it would pay off $1,700. $1,700 for a 10-cent superfecta, $17,000 for a $1 superfecta. Now, as we look down here, let's take a look at the trainers here. I think we have a different trainer winning each of those 10 years. There's no repeat trainers in there. Of course, D. Wayne Lucas in 2014 had the big payoff of $125 with Take Charge Brandy. And I think is he back this year with another one? No, he's not. He's not. Anyway, so there's no repeat of trainer success in the last 10 years in the juvenile fillies. So we might want to take a big look at some new faces in the trainer category in the race this year. As so happens to be that this is one of the division, I guess the only division that no European invader has ever won this division. It's always been a U.S. runner. However, this year, there's 2 runners from Japan showing up. And we know the Japanese have been doing much, much, much better in recent years in the Breeders' Cup races and even in the Kentucky Derby, as far as that goes. So we're going to have to take a good look at the Japanese runners to see how they fit into our winning profile. That will show you those factors that have been proven to be critical if you want to win the race. And we'll see how they match up with these Japanese horses. Take note that Joel Rosario has won 3 of the last 6 editions. He's been the winning jockey. So plus points if Joel Rosario is riding anybody in any of the fillies this year. If so, we're definitely going to use them. So it looks to be it's a short field. There's only 11 runners this year in the juvenile fillies. But with those 2 Japanese invaders, things are up for grabs. Could be some upsets in this division. And, of course, Bob Baffert's got 2 runners in there as well, so we got to take a strong look at the Baffert runners. Now, the prep races, the Breeders' Cup Winning You're In Challenge races, there's 3 for the Juvenile Fillies division. The Alcibiades, the Frizette, and the Oakleaf Stakes. In the last 13 years, a winner of the challenge races has won the Juvenile Fillies division 7 times in the last 13 years. The one that's been most popular producing the winners is the Frizette Stakes. Has won 5 of those, was won by the Frizette Stakes winner. This year, that is Scottish Lassie, who won the Frizette this year. So we want to take a big, strong look to see how she's going to fit our winning profile factors. Also, the Alcibiades also shows up in producing winners in this division as well. So immersive, we want to take a look at them. All 3 of these winners of the challenge of the Winning You're In Challenge races have been pre-entered into the division. So they're all live choices for the Juvenile Fillies division. Our proven winning profile profiles is we have a winning profile for each of the 14 divisions based on the 40-year history of the Breeders' Cup. And we've identified those factors that have proven to be the most critical if you want to win a race. With our winning profiles, you'll know which of the divisions the favorites are going to more than likely going to win, and which of the divisions long shots are more than likely going to win. So it'll help you in structuring your pick 3s and 4s and 5s and pick 6s, as well as your trifectas and superfectas. You'll know where to you can maybe single some horses or only use 2 horses in the horizontal wager, and then in those where long shots are more prevalent, you're going to use multiple runners in those as well, so that you can cash in on some of the big payouts of what we see every year in the Breeders' Cup. The Breeders' Cup races are never what they seem to be at first glance, especially this year with all the invaders from Europe and Japan, and there's 80 80 international runners were pre-entered into the races. So there's going to be some unknown factors in here. But once you know those factors that have proven to be critical in winning each of the divisions, you will be able to do a better job of handicapping the races. With better information and sharper proving angles, those are the keys to picking the winners. You must be able to separate the contenders from the also run pretenders. It is for horse players. This is the weekend we look forward to every year. It is our Super Bowl of horse racing. We want to be able to cash some tickets because the payoffs are gonna be big. So you can download, you can go to our website and heretheycome.com. You can purchase and download immediately our profiles for each of the 14 divisions. And you can also sign up for our picks if you'd like to get our selections for both days, Friday and Saturday of the races. So go out to our website and heretheycome.com and sign up now. Hopefully this gives you some pointers on how you want to treat the favorites and where the best payoffs are in the exact trifecta and superfectas in the juvenile fillies division. Should be another good race, and especially with those Japanese invaders, could be some huge surprises. Thanks for watching, and we'll keep adding these out here to YouTube for each of the divisions. Good luck, everybody.